Well, in case no one told you, my mother insists that she's innocent and that you framed her for your crimes and that you deserve to be behind bars instead of her.
And here I thought this was gonna be a happy reunion with my newly discovered sister. Tell me, was there anything in our correspondence that led you to believe I'm a crazed killer?
No, of course not. But a crazed killer didn't hire a hitman and down an airplane. I mean, this is the act of someone who's very calculating and cold-blooded.
Or maybe you hired somebody to kill me and Dr. Maddox in the OR that day, but then you had a change of heart. You killed the gunman instead.
But if I were diabolical enough to do away with Drew and plot to kill you and Andre, why would I then back out on the deal?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna have to give that some thought.
All right, well, think away. And I'm sorry to disappoint, but I didn't try to kill you, Franco. And I have zero interest in following our father's rather unique footsteps.
His ardent devotion to self above all others.
His wizardry at dehumanization.
He was a genius at making one feel worthless and unlovable.
And by the time he was done with you, you'd be doing anything you can to get back in his good graces.
Our father's approval was my mother's obsession. She would sacrifice anything and anyone, including me, to get his attention, to prove her loyalty. You know, I am sure she was up to her neck in that memory transfer. And she probably held Drew captive and God knows what else. She was desperate to cover her tracks and...
Desperate enough to kill me?
I'm sorry, Franco, but yeah, I mean, when it came down to it, her survival was more important than yours.
When I heard that Liesl had been arrested, I went down to see her because I thought that she'd want to see a friendly face. And I was there to support her. But the more I stayed, the more I talked to her, the more I realized that it's like Britt says. Liesl is a survivor, and when it comes down to her or me, she will choose herself. Or maybe she already did choose herself. And if she would just admit that and say that she was sorry, I'm not saying that I would be okay with Liesl trying to kill me, but I am a person in this world who would understand that.
Well, for what it's worth, you're a good friend to Liesl for even considering giving her the benefit of the doubt.
You think I'm an idiot?
No. On the contrary. Franco, I know what it's like to wish people were something other than they are. In the case of Liesl, sadly, that's the kind of broken that can't be fixed.
You know, Peter, no one in this town thought I could be redeemed.
And yet you proved them all wrong.
I don't know about that, but what makes you so sure that Liesl's not capable of it?
Liesl's quite adept at pretending to be normal. Sure, she can have a normal, loving, healthy relationship with Maxie and James, but the truth is, she's been manipulated by Faison for a very long time. Even though he's dead, still controlling her. Survival is her mantra. And anyone who gets in the way of that doesn't live very long.